Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a while since I've uploaded on here. A lot of things have changed. If you follow my Instagram and Paul's Instagram, you will know that we are expecting our third baby. Crazy, I know. Like literally it must be out of our minds. So I am currently 26 weeks pregnant. I haven't done a video up till now because, yeah, like I said, a lot of things have happened over the last year and I haven't felt like comfortable or ready to do a video. So I've just come back from my 26-week midwife appointment and I just thought, you know, let's make a video because I was either gonna nap, clean or make a video. So I'd rather, really, Laurie? So yeah, I've chosen now. So this is why I'm gonna do a recap video, talk you through everything that happened at the beginning. Beginning's not really that interesting of pregnancy, if I'm quite honest. It's a lot of throwing up, falling asleep and crying. A lot of crying. So the beginning wasn't that great, so I'll recap you, and this is like the fun part because it's towards the end, so you get to enjoy all the best bits with me. Pause this video, go make yourself a cup of tea, and let's get into the last 5 months of my pregnancy. Okay, start off, I'm just going to jump straight into the reason why I have not felt ready to make a video about this baby. I've just been so scared. I haven't wanted to pick up the camera. I've been quite like, just, I don't want to say like full on depressed, but I've just been not myself. So I've not wanted to pick up a camera. I've not wanted to vlog on Zone Awesome, which really sucks because I love vlogging on Zone Awesome. So I'm just going to do like my own little channel, just chuck things up there, things for me to look back on as well. So yeah. Okay, so the reason that it has taken me a while to make a video is, okay, so back in 2018, last year, Paul and I found out we were going to have our third baby. We were really excited and we were just so happy to be having our third. We said that this is probably going to be our last, so we were just like excited. This was it, like this was going to be our family completed. So at 12 weeks, just before my 12-week scan, I started bleeding a lot. With my first Sullivan, I bled all the way through, so I was kind of just like, don't panic, just see how it goes. I left it a few hours and I was just sat at home thinking like it'll pass. I wasn't in pain or anything, it was literally just that. So I left it a few hours, I had my dinner, me and Paul sat downstairs and I just said, like, I'm getting like these crampy pains in my back, and it felt like early labour pains. Like that's the only way I can describe it, was early labour pains, like in my back, down my bum and down my legs. And it was like not intense, but it was really, really uncomfortable. So I thought, I just said, I'm gonna go to the hospital, I'm just gonna take myself into A&E and just get myself checked over. So I took myself to A&E. I was seen by a couple of doctors and nurses in the A&E department. They did a pregnancy test, obviously came back positive, and they said, like, try not to panic, we're going to go and send you over the road to the maternity hospital. Walked across the road and I was seen by some midwives there, and they checked me over, checked my cervix, said it was closed, which was positive, and like, try not to worry. I had some bloods done and they obviously came back positive. They just said that they were lower than they would have liked them to be for my like gestation of 12 weeks. So they said, we're going to give it 48 hours and we'll redo your bloods and we'll see whether they've gone up or down, and then that will give us an indication of what is going on, because at this point they did not know what was going on. Went back to hospital 2 days later and had my bloods done. I then went home because they couldn't give me more results there and then. Yeah, that evening I got a phone call from the early pregnancy unit from a midwife who, this is what kind of upset me and got me a bit, because the way I was told that I was miscarrying was just so insensitive. Like, obviously they do this every single day, but I don't feel like the person on the other end of the phone. So the midwife phoned me and said basically, she said, so your blood results have gone down to 10. We want you back in 2 days' time to redo your blood test results to make sure they've gone down to 0. At this point, nobody had told me that I was miscarrying. Literally, it was just numbers to them. So that's one thing that really got me down. It was just horrific, really, and I found it really, really hard. Paul found it really hard, and we have struggled since. It's just been a whirlwind. Until you've gone through that, and then obviously I miscarried naturally. At 12 weeks, a baby is like pretty formed, still very tiny but formed. So I miscarried, and then that was it, really. Like, there wasn't a lot else I can say, because it was horrible, emotional. I hadn't told anybody at this point that I was pregnant because I wanted to surprise everybody at Christmas. This was just before Christmas. So I hadn't told anyone. I hadn't even told my mum. So I then had to go and tell my mum that I was pregnant and I've miscarried, and the same with my dad. I had to go and tell him and my stepmum, my mum and my stepdad, and that was just really hard. And other than like close friends, I've still, a lot of my family don't know that I had a miscarriage, and yeah, we just kept it quiet. I don't know why. It wasn't very nice, the way it happened and the way we had to deal with it. So yeah, that was not a great Christmas. So yeah, we were going through that. Paul was brilliant throughout all of it. He was really understanding. Like, I was having days where I was just angry, I was upset, and he just, yeah, he was great. He was really supportive, and it is hard. So yeah, that's when we lost our 3rd pregnancy. So it's really hard, because it's like, so people say, like, how many children do you have? So I have 2 children. I'm pregnant with my 3rd, but I've had 4 pregnancies. If you know what I mean. It's really hard to describe. Like, even when you go to the hospital or go see a midwife, there's like, what pregnancy is this? And it's like, number 4. So little things like that, it just like reminds you and like brings it all back up again. And it did take a long time for us to go through like the grief process, even though it was very early, you still grieve and all of that. So fast forward 4 weeks later exactly, New Year's Eve, we planned on having all of our friends over. So all of our friends came over New Year's Eve, and we were gonna do games, fireworks, food, drink, like that, the works. So everyone came over New Year's Eve, and that morning I had literally did a pregnancy test. I had like this gut feeling, probably about a week or 2 weeks before, I had a gut feeling. I said to Paul, I said, I think I'm going crazy. I was literally doing a pregnancy test every single day. I said, I feel pregnant. So kept doing that, and I said, right, I'm just gonna leave the pregnancy test alone. Like, I'm not gonna do any more. Obviously 4 weeks after a miscarriage, my cycle wasn't back to normal. So I didn't know when I was gonna have a cycle again. So I kept doing this pregnancy test. Every single one was negative. Absolutely every single one. I did one New Year's Eve in the morning, and I got positive. And I was like, on earth? Like, seriously? Like, I was so shocked. Like, I can't even explain to you how I felt. I was scared that I was going to miscarry again. I was happy. I was like, just, I don't even know, like, it was just all over the place. I was just so shocked. And when I told Paul, he was, I think, just as shocked as I was. So that evening we had our friends over, and that is when we just thought, last time we kept it a secret, our pregnancy, and you know what, like, if it was to happen again, I would want more people around me that knew what was going on. And so yeah, that's what we did. New Year's Eve, we told our friends, our closest friends, obviously Harry, Rara, Sean and Matt. They all came round and we told them together. A couple of days after New Year's Eve, I told my parents, and they were all really excited. My stepmom and my dad did not believe us, like, at all. They really thought that we were just trying to, like, mess with them. They did not believe us at all. Like, Paul told them. I didn't tell them, Paul told them, and they were like, nah. Paul told them, and yeah, I told my mum and my stepdad. They're all really, really happy. And honestly, other than at the beginning, I was extremely tired. Like, literally, I could sleep all day. Literally sleep all day. Some days I just did not want to move. I've just been like, I've been emotional because it was so soon after having a miscarriage. I was still emotional, like I was crying a lot. I was sleeping a lot. My moods were up and down. Like, literally, I drove everybody insane. One thing though is I can probably count on one hand how many times I had like a bout of sickness, and that is not normal for me. Like, both boys, I was, from start till about 12-ish weeks, I was throwing up. Like, I was throwing up bad. That was like a good thing, but the tiredness was there. I was so tired, which doesn't really help with having 2 boys to run around after already. So yeah, it was hard, but we got through the first trimester. I'm now in my second trimester, and we're picking up. We're picking up, people. I went to my midwife today and I said to her, I said, some days I don't even know I'm pregnant because what is going on with my hair? I said, some days I don't even feel like I'm pregnant because, like, other than getting crazy cravings at random times of the day and wanting to go to bed earlier, that is about it. Alright, so I can go through my scan reports with you. I will pop a picture, like, here somewhere of the baby, like scan photos, just because, or you can go on my Instagram. I've got a couple of scan photos on my Instagram. That's when we put that on there. But yeah, I'll put some, like, put a picture up here so you can see. This baby, compared to my other two were always over average. Like, they were always on the bigger side of, like, measurements and things like that. This one is all like average and below, so it's kind of a good thing. Like, I'd be happier, my parts would be happier if I was to have a smaller baby, but as long as it's healthy, that is all that really matters. Okay, so Sullivan was born 4 weeks early and he weighed 6 pounds and 12 ounces. Like, for a baby that's born 4 weeks early, that is big. Like, they said to me, like, I would expect like a 9/10 pounder if I was to go full term, but my waters broke 4 weeks early, so that is when he came. He's always wanted to do things on his own time schedule, so it does not surprise me now looking at him when he's older. Wyatt, complete opposite. He was completely laid back and was 10 days late, and I was in slow labour for so long. I did so much walking and it literally did nothing. So yeah, Wyatt was 10 days late, and believe it or not, Wyatt was bigger and he was easier. I think his head circumference was smaller than Sullivan's. Sullivan's, I think, was on the 98th centile. That is big. So Wyatt was born at 8 pounds 10, and like, you're thinking like, holy hell, like, that is quite big for like a small area. But yeah, he was a lot easier. I'm not really bothered about having a bigger baby. As long as it's healthy and comes out when it needs to come out, that is fine by me. Tell you what, I'm out of breath. I feel like I spoke like 100 miles per hour. I am going to be doing some more videos. I've I've written my, like, literally this is my list of things that I'm going to be getting done throughout the rest of this pregnancy video wise, and I've got, so I have 13 videos left to do. And when you talk about in like 13 weeks, like 13 weeks seems like quite a while still left of my pregnancy, but when you write it down in video form, so I'll be releasing one video a week, and then I might throw some vlogs in on top for this channel just to like bulk it out a little bit, so you're not waiting a whole week for a new video. Like, that's not a lot. It's not a lot of videos. So I've got a list of videos written down that I'm going to be working through over the next few weeks for you guys. So I'll be releasing those once a week, and I might chuck a few vlogs in here and there, see how I'm feeling. If there is anything you want to see, put it in the description box below, or you can always head over to my Instagram, which I'll put the handle right here, and you can message me on there. Like, I'm on Instagram a lot at the moment, so yeah, head over to my Instagram, follow me over there, and yeah, you'll get pretty much daily updates on there. So yeah, I'll do a quick bump shot for you. Now I actually like have a bump, and yeah, I've been feeling the baby move a lot more now. I have a anterior, I want to say anterior, I probably got that wrong, but basically my placenta's on the front. I don't know if that's moved or what, I'm not sure, but it was at the front, so I didn't have a bump until about 20 weeks, maybe a bit further on than that. So I was just like flat. I didn't look pregnant, I just looked like a little bit chubby. That's not always a good thing. So yeah, now I actually have a proper bump, and I'm feeling the baby move more. It's just really reassuring. If you are pregnant watching this and you have reduced movements, do not ignore it. Go and get it checked, because movements are a real indication of whether the baby is doing okay. So yeah, I don't think that's actually anything else to talk about. I'll do a quick bump shot and then I'm gonna wrap up this video. 26 weeks in a few days, actually starting to look more like a bump. I'm really high up, the baby is all up here at the moment, like you can feel like either a bum or a head, like something right here. But yeah, I probably won't do one every single week because it doesn't really change much. So if I feel like there's like, I'll probably do one every like couple of weeks. So if I feel like there's like a change or whatever, I'll show you, but like I've not changed that much. You should have quite a bit of content coming from me in the next few weeks, so excited about that, but at the same time nervous, because I've never done one of these like baby video sharing things. That is my recap, like chatty video. I actually have no idea how long this video is going to be, so I'm going to end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed like our mini little catch up. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Like, just on a test. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. Can you see that? Okay, so it's that line there. It's very, very faint. Yeah, that was not there day before yesterday, and it is there today. Oh my god. Now I did this morning and that kind of confirms it, right?
All done.
Oh my god.
All done. Legs up.
Alright, so on the count of 3.
Ready?
Ready?
I'm not in a good angle.
Get your fingers away from my dick.
Alright, so count of 3. Everyone has to say Steph's pregnant again.
Steph's pregnant again.